Hey guys, it's Chris. Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to do a compare and contrast between two softwares for my golf simulator that I've been able to try out recently. The first one is Awesome Golf. That is an iPad app that you can download. It connects up to my Garmin R10 and it has a couple of ranges, a lot of good practice features, some courses, but most importantly, the data it seems a lot better for connecting with the Garmin R10 for simulating purposes than does Garmin's own sim app or even the E6 demo that you get for free. The other thing that I've been able to try out recently is GS Pro. These two, Awesome Golf and GS Pro, are pretty frequently the top two things that are recommended that I've seen online, in Reddit, and other various golf simulator forum places. When people say, hey, I've got a Garmin R10, I'm ready to take it to the next level, what's some different software that I can use with my R10 to get some better data, some better results? So, Awesome Golf, GS Pro, I'm going to go through a few different categories, things that I've witnessed so far, and I'm going to talk about pros and cons of each and then give a winner of each category. And then overall at the end, my overall winner. So here we go. I've got three broad categories. The first one is technology. First topic in the technology category is barrier of entry. So for Awesome Golf, it's an iPad and a phone app. All you need is an iPad or a phone in order to download Awesome Golf and start working with the Awesome Golf app. For GS Pro, the barrier to entry is a little steeper. You do need a gaming PC. Recently, I found that my current laptop, which I bought a couple years ago for about $750 or whatever, is good enough to run GS Pro on the ultra light graphics settings. So you don't necessarily need to spend, $1,200, $1,500 on a gaming PC with a very expensive graphics card in order to start playing GS Pro. But if you want to maximize your experience and make it as realistic as possible, you do probably need to spend $1,000 at least on a computer. So barrier of entry, Awesome Golf wins this one hands down. All you need is an iPad or a phone. It's much easier to get into it. Okay, next on the tech side is graphics. I've honestly been pretty impressed with the graphics on both Awesome Golf and GS Pro, although they're different. They're very different. Awesome Golf has more of a cartoony video game feel, whereas GS Pro is trying to be realistic. It's trying to mimic real golf. I think for my money, GS Pro wins this one by a hair, but I think reasonable people could disagree on that, and it's really what you're looking for. Awesome Golf I think it looks really nice for what it's trying to accomplish. It's not trying to be an uber realistic simulator. It's trying to be like a video game, and it succeeds. It does really good in that. So if that's more the look you're looking for, I think you'll love Awesome Golf, and I like it quite a bit. I think for what I'm looking for, I like GS Pro a little bit more. So I'm going to slightly give it to GS Pro in this category. Okay, and the next technology item to talk about, probably the most important of all of these, is how is the data? What's the quality of the data, the quality of the algorithm that drives the simulator, um, does it feel like golf, I guess, is one way to describe this category. And to cut to the chase, both of these softwares are very, very good. Playing around in Awesome Golf, I felt like the ball was mostly doing what I thought it should based on the quality of the strike. I really don't have many gripes at all with regard to the data quality of Awesome Golf. And same thing with GS Pro. Both Awesome Golf and GS Pro were leaps and bounds better than the Garmin app, certainly. I think the E6 driving range does a pretty nice job with the R10. I think the algorithm there is pretty good, but I think GS Pro is better, and I like Awesome Golf as well. So this one I think is a push. I think no matter which way you decide to go, you're going to get really good quality algorithms that will produce an enjoyable simulator experience. Okay, so that was the technology category. Next category relates to content. So we've got, again, 3 items in content. The first one is, for lack of a better word, fun stuff. This is stuff outside of your traditional range or courses, but what kind of other games are there in each software program. And here, this is a place that Awesome Golf has down in spades. Awesome Golf is great if this is something that you are interested in, if you like playing games with your golf, if you like trying to hit moving targets or that knock down buildings with shots. Awesome Golf has a ton of that stuff. I really only was able to scratch the surface on that. I've read and seen a lot of reviews talking about all the fun game stuff within Awesome Golf. So Awesome Golf wins this category hands down. GS Pro, frankly, I'm not sure what GS Pro has. They may have a course that you can download that is like Topgolf. They do have some par 3 courses that you can download, but GS Pro is a lot more focused on actual golf, whereas Awesome Golf maybe is focused less on playing golf and more on the things around playing golf. We'll get to that in a second. So next category, practice range. Here again, Awesome Golf has a lot of cool stuff. They've got a driving range with a couple of different data overlays. They've got a simple one that looks kind of like the SkyTrack overlay, clean. They've got another one that has some more data involved. They also have a coaching section that looks a lot like a TrackMan with a lot of different data tiles and the range off to the side with the radar and etc. There are also some of those games that I mentioned earlier that I think kind of fall into practice as well. They've got a few games that I played where you're trying to shape shots through field goal posts and hit a certain distance target. That I think overlaps between the last category, which is fun and games, and this category, which is practice. They've got a few different short game ranges. I was really impressed with the practice facilities from Awesome Golf. GS Pro, again, I've only really scratched the surface on GS Pro. I understand that there's like a normal driving range that looks like sort of a long drive range. You may have seen it recently on TXG's driver bracket from 2023. But there's that range. I believe there are a couple of other ranges, but I haven't done a whole lot of driving range sessions in GS Pro. That said, just the variety and the volume of different practice options in Awesome Golf, I think, gives me this category for Awesome Golf. Awesome Golf gets the check mark on this one. A lot of great practice ranges there. And finally, in content is the golf courses. What golf courses can you play? And this one, there's an obvious winner here. Awesome Golf comes with 4 9-hole golf courses that are themed in different biomes. There's a parkland course, there's a sort of islandy beach course, there's a desert course, and then there's a forest course. Again, these are 9-hole golf courses. I thought they were rendered pretty well for what they were, but it doesn't hold a candle to GS Pro. GS Pro has hundreds upon hundreds of community-made courses that are free to download. Some content creators have Patreons and stuff that they will create courses for only their patrons. But even if you didn't pay a dime to anyone outside of the GS Pro subscription fee, you're getting access to, 300 golf courses, with more being released daily and weekly and updated all the time. I was pretty surprised to see, I live in Minnesota, and I was pretty surprised to see quite a few sort of like local or municipal style golf courses that for whatever reason people had created here from Minnesota. There's a couple courses that I've played before in real life that like aren't fancy in any way, but they're out there on GS Pro. And of course, along with that, you've got Augusta, you've got TPC Sawgrass, you've got all of the British Open courses, you've got all the famous US courses, Pebble Beach. There's just tons of golf courses out there. They're all impressively made. They're all labors of love from the community, and so I'm blown away by the options in GS Pro. GS Pro wins this one running away. All right, so last category, we've gone through technology, we've gone through content. Last thing, one of the most important ones probably is price. And so what do each of these things cost? Awesome Golf is a subscription. You can either pay a $200 fee and then $10 a month, or you can pay just a $350 lifetime license. And the way that works, as I understand it, is that the license follows the launch monitor that it's attached to. So if you bought a lifetime license for Awesome Golf for your Garmin R10, if you later on wanted to sell your R10, you could include the lifetime license to Awesome Golf as part of that sale. So that's a positive. If you go to sell your launch monitor, you can get a little value out of your Awesome Golf subscription if you're selling it to someone that also sees value in it. I think that between those two choices, either the $200 and then pay monthly or the $350 lifetime, you might as well go with the lifetime subscription. It only takes 15 months to pay for the lifetime subscription to Awesome Golf, and then after that it's free. So if it were me and I was choosing between those two things, I would go with the lifetime subscription to Awesome Golf. Your subscription to Awesome Golf also gets you access on whatever platform you want, whether that's on your iPad, on your phone. They do have Awesome Golf for a PC as well. So if you've got a PC and you want to use Awesome Golf, you can. And I believe it gives you access across multiple of those. So if you've got your Awesome Golf subscription attached to your Garmin R10, you can take it to the range with your phone, and then you can go back to your garage simulator with your PC or your iPad, and it'll work across those platforms. So that's some value there. GS Pro, on the other hand, they have kind of a similar subscription bifurcation. there's a $250 a year subscription fee. Alternatively, you can pay an extra $300 when you're subscribing, or $350 later on, to have a lifetime subscription to GS Pro. So that would be, if you do it when you subscribe, that makes it $550 for the lifetime subscription versus the $350 lifetime for Awesome Golf. Most people, as I understand it, just do the year-to-year subscription to GS Pro, the $250 a year. The way that I've heard people talk about it is that GS Pro is still receiving pretty significant updates. I know they just released version 2.0 earlier this year in 2023, I believe, and they are continually adding features and updates and etc. So most people at this point are in it for the annual subscription because they expect that the software will get a lot of renewal, and it won't be static, it'll be changing. So it's $250 a year for GS Pro versus that $350 forever for Awesome Golf, I think is the way to think about it. And how do you say which of those is better? I mean, I suppose if you are going to use GS Pro for more than 1 year, that costs more money than that $350 lifetime for Awesome Golf. So I suppose I would give it to Awesome Golf in terms of pricing. But the next component here is value. And I think this is a place where definitely reasonable people could disagree. I think that the value of Awesome Golf for $350 is only so-so. Awesome Golf is certainly better than not having Awesome Golf. I think it's the best implementation of the Garmin R10's data points that I've seen, apart from GS Pro. I think that what really holds Awesome Golf back is the lack of available golf courses. There's only 36 holes total in Awesome Golf. And if you're going to drop $350 for a subscription to this thing, I'd like a little more variety. So in terms of value, I'm going to give Awesome Golf a medium rating. For GS Pro, on the other hand, for $250 a year, you're getting hundreds of golf courses that you can play. The variety is just unbelievable. And not only that, but GS Pro works with the Simulator Golf Tour, which is itself a $60 annual subscription. But if you sign up for that as well, you get access to weekly tournaments that you can play. You get there's a community, there are leaderboards, there are world ranking points. It's more. I guess I don't really know how to describe it other than it's more. So when I think about, would I rather pay $350 for the suite of things that Awesome Golf comes with, which, as we've talked about, are really pretty impressive, or would I pay $250 a year, maybe $310 a year if you consider the Simulator Golf Tour stuff as necessary to your enjoyment. But which of those things would I rather do? I think at the end of the day, I'd rather do GS Pro. Because for me, well, let's get into it. So that's my choice. What would I choose? GS Pro. And frankly, that's what I've chosen. I subscribed to GS Pro. I joined the Simulator Golf Tour. Because for me, I value things like being able to play realistic golf in my simulator, being able to play a lot of courses, having some sort of tournaments. Those things are valuable to me. And so because those are the things that I value, it made GS Pro a more attractive option, even though it may be more expensive. So when we get down to which of these two things is better, I really think it depends on your situation. Both of them are great. The quality of the data in both is superb. But which type of person will like one over the other? So for Awesome Golf, I think in order for Awesome Golf to be, for you to get the most value you can out of Awesome Golf, you need to be this type of person. I think you need to not have a gaming capable laptop or PC, and or you don't want to invest in one. I think one of the places that Awesome Golf shines is in its games, in its kind of fun stuff. So in order for Awesome Golf to be the most value to you, that needs to be something that you care about. Either you care about gamifying your own golf practice, or you have more casual golfers or kids that will find that stuff interesting, that you want to share that with them. And then I think the third thing with Awesome Golf is if you, in your serious golf time, if you care more about practice than about playing golf. Awesome Golf does have those 4 9-hole courses, but that's not a lot. It's the practice facilities, I think, are better than GS Pros, but there's not a lot of actual playing golf that you can do in Awesome Golf. So if you care about the games, if you care about the practice, if you don't have a gaming laptop or PC and you don't want to spend $1,000 to own one, and you have a phone or an iPad, I think Awesome Golf is a great option. Strong recommendation for it. However, if you're the type of person that wants your simulator golf to be as realistic, as real as possible, GS Pro is the way to go. Not only that, but if you care more about playing golf in your simulator than about practicing, I think GS Pro is the way to go as well, obviously. Rather than the 4 9-hole courses in Awesome Golf, we've got, I frankly don't know how many courses there are, but it has to be 300-ish. Great variety. All the courses seem to be created well, at least all the ones that I've played so far, including some, I played a couple of courses that I'd never heard about, didn't have much desire to play, but there was a Simulator Golf Tour tournament happening on that course, so I downloaded it and I played it, and it was awesome. So a great way to get exposed to a lot of different golf courses that might be fun. But again, you need to have at least a decent quality laptop in order to play it on the lightest graphics settings possible. If you want to get immersed and have like a 4K experience with a really fancy projector, that's going to be a pretty spendy graphics card and computer setup. So if that's what you have, or if that's what you want, and you want to play golf courses and you want to join the simulator tour and you care about it being super realistic, I think GS Pro is the way to go. And like I said, I want my simulator time mostly to be devoted to playing actual golf. I live in Minnesota. We can't play golf for 6 months out of the year. I'd like for my winter time time in the simulator to be playing golf. Like that's what I like doing. You know, hitting boats with a ball, or practicing my 120-yard shot is great and would be fine if Awesome Golf was all I had access to. But I made the jump. I bought GS Pro mostly to see if I could get it to work on my laptop. And thankfully, I was able to get it to work on my laptop, and it's great. So that's it. That's the review. GS Pro wins it for me, but for you, it might be different. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have questions. If there's anything that I said that maybe I misrepresented, maybe GS Pro does have a lot of good quality driving ranges, or maybe they have a lot of fun and game stuff that I just haven't encountered. Let me know down in the comments if that's true. Certainly, I'd be curious to see what those are. I might download them and try them out. But that's it for me. I do think that either of these two programs, one of the two is worth investing in for you, for your use case. They're both way better than what comes with the R10 natively. The E6 range and the demo courses, as well as the Garmin app. Both of those don't hold a candle to either of these choices. So choose whichever one you think fits your use case best. I like them both, just for me, because I want to be playing actual golf, or as close to it as you can, when I'm hitting in my garage. I went with GS Pro. All right, guys, if you're liking the content, feel free to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to. Really appreciate all the views, all the questions that I'm getting. I'm going to keep putting out some content. Coming up here, I've got some more GS Pro sort of vlogs of some courses that I've played. I'm also getting a new hitting strip for my golf mat here. Actually, it's supposed to show up tomorrow. So I'm going to get some practice in with that, and I'll do some videos on that, my review of it. Maybe if I decide to cut it into my current golf mat, I'll take some video of that process and talk about how I did it and what I would do differently if I mess it up and all that stuff. So thanks again for watching, guys. Appreciate it. We will see you